Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Chris with the C. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining me today. Guys, Rlaarlo XTS F10 version 3 rally car. Absolutely awesome. Loved the first running of it. The way it scales, slides around on loose stuff. And the handling's really good and the looks are amazing. I want to get the car back out. I did notice in the first run that it could do with a little bit more top end, so we're going to include the speed gear in today. I'm going to fit that to the vehicle. As you can see, the weather behind us is absolutely awesome. I've got another vehicle I want to run today. There is one thing I want to mention as well, guys. I did pick it up on the Rlaarlo forum. I'm going to show you, basically, there was a question about batteries. And I'll quickly show you on my charger when I plug it in to get a battery charged. But yeah, today I'm going to plug the car in, get it out there, get it on some loose stuff, fingers crossed some gravel, get it sliding about and let you know how the car feels. And then basically see if we can kind of get some scale drifts and stuff going on. But yeah, really love the vehicle. I hope you're enjoying the videos as well. Come on in, let's get down. Right, okay guys, so as you can see, we want to remove this motor, okay? So how do we do this? All right, I would suggest taking off this side rail here. So there are some screws underneath. Let me just, as you can see, we want to remove the screws, one there, one there, one there, and one there. This module here, then this side support is going to come off, okay? Then you're going to want to remove the motor mount screws, and I believe you're going to need to remove this screw here. All right, so I'm going to do that a second, put you on a time lapse, and then we'll go from there. But we're going to be installing the upgraded gearing that Rlaarlo has actually given us, and yeah. See how much extra speed we actually get out of the vehicle. But yeah, it should be easy enough to do. Let's go. So as you can see, guys, I've removed the side rail off here. Okay, there was 4 1.5 screws holding the side rail. So this is the side rail, as you can see here. Okay, 4 1.5mm screws holding the side rail in here. There was 2 2.5mm screws here, and for the little guard over the pinion, a 2mm. So you are going to need a decent set of drivers. I'm using these, I'm testing these out for method. They're brand new titanium nitride drivers. Relatively cheap, but so far the quality's been absolutely spot on. So I've been using these. I've got other tools there to use as well. But as you can see, we're going to be getting access to this gear here. So we're going to be removing the motor module here in a second. As you can see, it is loose. See, I can move it in and out. So we're going to be removing this from the motor mount, and then we're going to be installing the gearing. While I'm at it, guys, as well, as you can see, this was from the first run. It's a good time to give you a bit of chassis clean and make sure no debris gets on your spur gear here. So as you can see, there's the pinion. Now, you might need to apply a little bit of heat. There's 2 ways of doing this. So if the Loctite is actually locked right in, you can get a little soldering iron in there and warm it up, or use a flame lighter or something like that just to warm up the pinion gear. And then we'll be able to remove this gear, Loctite a new one in, and I'll show you how to mesh it from there then. How's that? Right, okay guys, so as you can see, there's a very little 1.5mm set screw in there. Rlaarlo has added some really serious Loctite. So what we're going to use, as you can see, is my soldering iron, and all I'm going to do is apply heat in the set screw. Now what that'll actually do is, by warming that set screw up, will actually break the Loctite. The heat will allow you. Now I did try with a 1.5mm driver. Unfortunately, that didn't work at all. I wouldn't recommend trying to use a driver without heat on this grub screw here. Unfortunately, there is a lot of Loctite on there, which, fair enough, if you're not going to change gears, is going to be a good thing. But if you want to get one of these speed gearings in there, I would definitely recommend you use some heat like this. So just apply some heat, keep it in there. I'm going to move the soldering iron, and then get your 1.5mm driver like so, and you should, there you go, I think, there you go, hear the crack. Now, if you get stuck with this here, all you need to do is just apply a little bit of pressure to get the pinion out. But as long as you've broken the seal with a soldering iron, or maybe even like a gas torch or gas lighter or something like that, just apply direct heat to this pinion gear, you will break the Loctite. Right guys, well that took me a lot to get that pinion gear off. If I had one criticism to give Rlaarlo, was maybe not use so much Loctite on the pinion gear. On the other hand, if you're not going to gear the car up, it's definitely a benefit for you. So you know, half glass empty or half glass full, it's up to you. But I really did have to work quite hard. I had to reapply some more heat to get this pinion gear off. But yeah, as you can see, we've now got it off. We're now going to put the speed gearing on. And fingers crossed, guys, we should have a geared up XTS rally car. Right guys, so as you can see, this is the stock gearing. This is the upgraded gearing that we're going to be putting in. So this one here, as you can see, as I mentioned, there was way too much Loctite in there. I'm going to be adding a little bit less, to say the least, but with this in there, guys, we should be able to get some decent gearing out of the car, and you know, more acceleration from the motor. The motor will be able to rev out a little bit more now. So essentially what happens is when you gear up, you lose a little bit of bottom end, you gain top end. All right, so it shouldn't really matter too much with this car because it is quite light. But yeah, we're going to be going with the optional gearing. So what you should be aiming for, guys, as you can see here, is your speed gear, or gearing should I say, to be smack bang in the middle of your spur gear. Alright, and now how we check this cracked mesh here, you've got two ways of doing it, the paper trick, or what I normally do is I slowly edge the gear up to the spur gear, as you can see, and then all I'm checking for here is a slight amount of rock between the gearing, and you'll be able to hear a slight click. Alright, so once I've done that, I'm tightening this screw just ever so much. What you can do then is just push the car back and forth to see if there's any sort of drag on the motor. But yeah, that's essentially what you're aiming for there, as you can see there. Alright, so a little bit of rock between the gears, only ever so slightly, because it is 48 pitch gears. And tighten up this screw, make sure you're using a bit of Loctite. I tend to use this Sterling lock and seal. This has been really good for me. And yeah, just make sure Loctite on your grub screw on your pinion, Loctite on these screws top and bottom. So I'm now going to apply some Loctite, tighten this all down, and we should have it all geared up. So as you can see, guys, that's the speed gearing all back in the car. Make sure you're acting Loctite, obviously on the motor screws. Make sure you reapply your cover, and make sure you put your side rail back on. Meshing is pretty easy. What I will say is, if you want to, is just put a piece of paper between the two gears, and I'll give you correct mesh. Or you can do what I did and slight bit of rock. But that's the gearing to come out. And as I say, my main criticism so far is just the fact the amount of Loctite they've applied to this. The other thing I noticed, guys, and it was a little bit annoying, that obviously the screws on the bottom of the car, there is 1.5mm screws all the way through the chassis. What I will say is make sure you're getting yourself a good driver. Obviously you don't want to round out any of these screws on you. But right, battery's charged, let's go. Right, so there was some confusion over the battery charging I noticed on the Rlaarlo official community. So this is the battery that comes included with the car. All right, as you can see, 2,200 mAh, and it's a 30C rating. Okay, no, don't get anything confused except this for the moment. Okay, so what we're doing on the charger, so obviously LiPo charge, as you can see, is recognized straight away at 3S. Now, I did see someone say that you just basically charge at this rate. This is not the correct way of charging a battery, to be honest with you. What you want to do is put it onto balance charge. As you can see, I do have it plugged into a balance port for 3S right there. We then select in 3S. Okay, so for this battery, there is a rule of thumb. What you need to do is our 1C rating. How do we work that out? That's quite simple. Okay, so for 2,200 mAh, you want to be charging at, as you can see here, 2.2. So we've got another battery plugged in here. This is a 4S. I'm going to be running a different car later. So let's go back to that. Okay, LiPo. Now, This one's different. As you can see, 8,000. So what we want to do on this one, as you guessed it, take that down to 8 amps. So for every 1,000 amps, all right, you want to charge at 1 amp. All right, so being 2.2, you want to charge at 2.2. So let's take it back here, back. Okay, so back there, light bulb, 3S, 2.2 amps. All right, so that's what this battery is, 2,200 mAh, and that will intelligently charge a battery up safely at 1C rating. Just a quick interruption, guys. As I promised, I will be giving one of these away on the channel. This is the HBX monster truck that I'm giving away on the channel. I will be reviewing this. I think this is an ideal present for a newcomer to the hobby, or also maybe just someone who wants a bit of small scale bashing. Now I will be, if you go, what I ask you to do, guys, over the next couple of videos is watch the videos, and I will give you a word to put in the comments, and there are a couple of rules apply. So you will need to be on RC Buddies V2 Facebook page, which is my own page. You'll need to like the video when this video goes up, and also there'll be a word to put in the comments. Hope you enjoy it. Right guys, so XTS rally car, let's check a battery in, have a slide about, have a bit of fun. Again, massive thank you to Rlaarlo for asking me to do all these videos. Like I say, what we've done now is obviously got it geared up with the additional speed gearing. We're going to give the car a bit of a rip around here. The only thing I would say is, like I say, is the amount of Loctite that was used on the car was a bit of a pain in the backside. It is what it is, though. But we're going to use the handset that came with the car as well. So I will be running a little bit of gyro. So fingers crossed we'll kind of get a feel for how the car handles on gravel with a bit of gyro on. Let's turn the handset on. So there you go, handset is on, car is on. Give it a chance to, there you go, gyro kick in. Now I hope you're enjoying the footage of this car, guys, because I'm doing my best to kind of get some footage out there at the moment. We are kind of in between weather. Really love the look of this thing. Right, gravel run with upgraded gearing, let's go. These tyres, I will say, on this sort of service, oh, nice little drift buddy. I love that little flash from a turbo. Hot on the brakes, turn around, power out. Let's give it a quick run down the tarmac. Definitely got a turn of speed going on. Now it does feel like I've got a bit of binding going on there. Awesome bit of scale fun, actually. Let's turn the lights on. Turn the lights on. Right. There you go. Main beam. Right, let's play about with this gyro, shall we? Because I turned it down last time. So that was without gyro then. Right, okay, so we have got gyro turned on. Bring it back to me. And it actually handles this floor quite well. Surprised, like I say, what I have done is turned up, put a bit of preload on those front shocks just so the front of the car doesn't bottom out. It's actually quite good. A lot of scale fun, a lot of... You can get some proper drifts going on here. Let's bring the car back, reverse light. I love the scale lights and stuff, what the Rlaarlo have done with this, mind. Obviously, right, let's hit the throttle. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Turn in, brake. Nice, nice. It actually bashes really, really well as well. I'm going to stop at 2 seconds, guys, put the head cam back on. Lovely, like this. Right, okay, one thing to mention, guys, look, that's just by the running we've done here so far. So if you're going to run in these sort of situations, you are going to need to keep checking the car, because there's a lot of dirt in there, a lot of little pebbles. But yeah, we're going to keep running it and let's have some fun. It's future Chris here. I've come back. As you can see, the car's now clean. The only issue I did find, all right, and the centre diff was locked, and there's good reason why this has happened. Rlaarlo, this is a little fault that I had, and I'll explain why I've got a little bit of Velcro around there a second, has left the gap, right? So where you've got obviously got your gear inspection cover here, all right, they've left the gap underneath. Now what's happened, when you're driving, all the mud and debris is coming through, and then it's gone and hit the rear here, and as you can see, look how dirty those gears are, all right? And the reason being is all this sat underneath here. See all this dirt and debris was all stuck underneath that gearing. So what I've done to combat this, a little bit of a hack, is a little piece of Velcro. So you get the fluffy side, like so, this piece. Cut myself a little piece off, cleaned it with some rubbing alcohol, all right? And I've also had it on the gear cover, as you can see here. And then what happens is when that gear goes inside there, obviously you've got the two sides of the fluffy Velcro. Sorry guys, I don't know if the camera's focusing. The two sides of the fluffy Velcro are going to meet each other and then stop all the debris coming back in. Little tip that I used to do with the armors. So what's going to happen by there is all your debris will then come up against this fluffy bit of Velcro. And the bonus of this is Velcro is cheap and easy to replace. So yeah, little hack, something that I think is going to help many XTS owners. So just a little piece of Velcro between there and the chassis, like so. I don't know if the camera can focus in on that. But yeah, fingers crossed that should be stopping all the debris coming. So yeah, all this is down to this. So yeah, get yourself a little piece of Velcro and it closes up the gap between the gearing. Right, on with the video. Right, so here's a lot of wind going on here, guys. I have given the car a bit of a shake out. Let's take it up on this tarmac surface here. For a 110 scale, it's definitely got some get up and go, especially with that included speed gearing. Hot on the brakes, turn in, onto the loose stuff. I love the fact that it came with the centre diff as well, because obviously that will definitely help your cornering, the way the car handles and turns. Yeah. really not bothering it, the rough ground either. What a great little rally car this is. Awesome little drift going on there. Hot on the brakes. Whoop. Maybe that curve's a little bit big. Right, accelerate away. Brake, brake, brake. Turn in. Flat out over this gravel. And I think this is what this car is all about. A little bit of hooning about, tarmac, gravel, that sort of thing, anything. And still, as I say, I am running the stock gearing, so there is an option to put a upgraded battery tray, e.g. a larger battery into the car. Let's through a bit of muddy, dirty water by here. Let's get splashing about. And I think this is what a lot of people will be using this car for, is just basically car park bashing, bit of gravel, bit of loose dirt. Nothing too serious, no big jumps on it. Brake, slide around, oh, look at that. I love it, I love it. The upgraded gearing has definitely brought the car to life. Power away, awesome, awesome. Loving the little flash from the exhaust pipe as well. We're going to turn. Big fan of this car so far. Turn in. Let's bring it back to me. Little skip and a jump. Turn, 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 turn. Great fun. This is awesome fun, guys, for hooning about in places like this. This is where it's come to life now. Now you are going to need to give it a good clean after you finish. This is more than enough speed, more than enough speed. Like I say, when initially we had the stock gearing in there, it was all right, but this speed gearing is definitely we're stuck in the grass, but the stock gearing was all right, but this has actually brought it to life a hell of a lot. Awesome little car. Turn in, power in, power in, power in, accelerate. Ah, we got a flat battery, guys. What do you reckon? I think that's a success. Wicked little bit of gravelly fun. There you go, flat battery. Awesome piece of kit. Now, Rlaarlo. There you go. There's a proper first run of the car, guys. It is absolutely minging, as they say in Wales. This is one very, very dirty car at the moment. I have noticed the fan has stopped spinning, so I'm going to check that out in a moment. Right, guys, so what do I think? XTS rally car, absolutely awesome, really, to be honest with you. I've got no issues here. The handset I'm actually enjoying. The The gyro definitely works on this car. Range doesn't seem to be a problem. I mean, basically for the size of the vehicle, you're not going to run out of range here. The car itself, as I say, truly epic. Now, clean-up procedure on this one's going to be a little bit, I can actually get this home and give it a bit of a shower down, that sort of thing, and then apply some GT85, get rid of all the dust, put the compressor through it. But look, it does contain a lot of mud, especially when you're blasting around on these areas. Overall, very happy. The gear change has definitely woken the car up, and I will say, if you've got the car and you've got the included speed gearing, get it in the car. It does liven it up a hell of a lot. I was a bit kind of felt not shortchanged on the motor, but initially it had plenty of poke, but it kind of ran out of top end quickly. But as you can see, for the sort of, we got a little straight bike here, it's more than enough, guys. It's more than enough. Really happy with what Rlaarlo's done there. I think this is going to be an absolute hit. Guys, I want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you for watching all the videos, all the likes, shares and subscribes going on the channel at the moment. Truly epic. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Guys, check the box for more videos. As I say, I will be giving away a HBX monster truck on the channel. Keep watching all the videos, and the full details will happen on the video itself. But I will be giving away a little code through one of the videos at some point, and you will need to put that in the comments of the video. There's a few other stipulations, but yeah, I hope you enjoy the little present from me once the review is done. Till next time, guys, check the box for more videos. Stay awesome. I'll catch you later.